Being evicted, and I have to leave by the end of June. I have my family here, I have my friends here. I've been here for 47 years. I expected to be here for the rest of my life. I love New York. I'm very sad to have to leave it. My name is Gail Balkin, and I'm a jeweler. I've been a jeweler for 35 years. I'm a painter also, and I came to New York in 1977. Being a student at the Art Students League, I met this French girl who had this loft. She was going back to Paris. She said, "Do you want my loft?" I said, "Oh, I'd love it." We ended up meeting the landlord. It was $200 a month at the time, and it was a totally empty space.
Welcome back to the channel. Robert here. So I wanted to react to this video because of a couple of reasons. The more I do these types of videos that you guys seem to like, the more I'm changing my mindset a little bit as it pertains to just being harsh or judgmental on some folks. Hindsight is 20/20, and if we are all honest, there's been things in our lives in the past that had we known what we know today, we would have done something differently. That being said, I would also not be genuine if I didn't say, why didn't you buy not only the loft, but the building? Because of where she's located during the 90s. I mean, that place was probably almost condemned. And again, playing the proverbial Monday morning quarterback. And it's, it's different when you're going through. So I think we can learn a lot from this video and challenge some of us that are in positions that have, just gotten comfortable or don't think things will change, so that you don't get caught like this lady did in the time of life that she got caught in. And, in this case, she's having to move. So, that's really what I would like to express during this video, because, I'm an advocate of home ownership. And as a lot of you guys out there say, hey, it's not for everybody. But I'm really starting to see a lot of folks that say, it's not for everybody and everybody shouldn't do it. You're in one or two camps. You're in the camp like this lady, thinking that everything's going to stay the same and I'm good. And a lot of folks are finding out that that's not the case with, the cuts in some of the entitlement programs that are going on even now. And you've sit in a pot of water like the boiling frog, and things are going on around you, and you're just, you think if you hear no evil, I said hear, it'll cover my eyes. If you hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, these forces won't affect you, and that's not the case. Or you're in the camp where you're super wealthy, and I think you're being disingenuous when you're telling people not to buy and to invest, because folks don't have the money to invest. And so there's no right or wrong answer. If I could have changed some things that I've done over the last 10 years, knowing what I know now, I would have. So heart goes out to this lady or any of the elders. I got a heart for the elders, man, regardless of, what put them there. I see my mama or some of my aunties or some of my, people that are older. And although they may have made their bed, you still can have a heart. And so I do. So say all that to say this, man, we need to learn from these situations so we don't find ourselves in them, not be judgmental, because people are real brave to put themselves out there, because we know a lot of us love to critique, but yeah, let's continue to watch this story and see what else we could pull from it.
I've been very lucky because I have been on rent stabilization with the loft board, and they have regulated the rents. I always loved my loft. I was very fortunate that we were here at the right time to get it. With the landlords these days, seeing that we put so much energy and work into our lofts, they want to kick us out. And this is my situation right now, is being evicted after being here 47 years. I was sued for 2 years, and the first year I was here for 6 months, and the second year my husband passed away. I have a little piece of land in Virginia that my husband was living on. The person who owned the building sued me 6 months afterwards for non-primary residence because I had to deal with my husband's death and a lot of situations down there. So we went to court for 2 days, and her lawyer submitted $150,000 worth of lawyer's fees, and they could confiscate my land if I didn't pay it. So I decided to make a deal and say, I'll drop my appeal and you drop your lawyer's fees, and I'll be out of here in 4 months. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss just everything. I thought I was here till I die, but you know, I'll be somewhere else when I die, I guess.
So this is where I go back to the side of the landlord, because you have to be fair, right? And she said it herself. She was lucky. And I'm just stuck on the 47 years. 47 years. That's a long time. And you have to be able to take control of your situation, in my opinion. But again, when things are just real good, what's the word I'm looking for? Complacency. That's the lesson that we need to take away from this. Again, not trying to pile up on her, but you don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be complacent, because one thing that we know for sure is change. It's going to change. It does its job. And so if you have a very good situation as far as living is concerned, whatever moat you have around you, understand change is coming, man. And you have to be prepared for it, because if not, then you will have to succumb, acquiesce to whatever that change dictates. Now, the issue that I have with her is this, though. Does the landlord not have the right to make a profit? And the answer is yes. And a lot of people have an issue with that. They want to throw around, well, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my, those that know. But you can be an artist. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want to do, but you have to understand the full matter of everything that we do, including myself. And so in this situation, she did not, there's no entitlement, there's no benefit that you get from being an artist that other folks have to subsidize. And so over the years, over 47 years, the neighborhood has changed. And now it's in demand, okay? And it just struck me that whenever someone wanted to attack her ownership, and I'll throw the air quotes up for all of my folks out here in the community that don't believe in ownership, we'll call it control. But when it came to us attaching a lien for costs that were legitimate from a lawyer to either get her out of the place or to raise the rent to a commiserate amount, an amount that an owner is obligated to charge if they could get it. You might not like it, but it doesn't mean that you're breaking the law. But when it came time to affixing a lien to what she controlled, she was like, nah, I'm good. Let's negotiate. So you can't have it both ways. And we hear this a lot today. And the lazy way to say it is you have a sense of entitlement. We say that with younger folks. Well, no, they have some legitimate challenges. But my generation had legitimate challenges. If you're older than I am, your generation had legitimate challenges. There's challenges and problems everywhere. You have to learn how to overcome. And that's something that we got to get back to. Got to be overcomers. Acknowledge that things are challenging. Yes, but, however, therefore, what are we going to do about it? Because we can't just lament and stay in the same place. So, because she's an elder, that's where the heart goes out. But hey, you chose to be an artist. And whatever that comes with, you have to deal with it, because you don't have a right, an entitlement to dictate how someone can manage their property. And you believe that because when it came time to having to give up your piece of land, the artist in you went out of the window and you became a capitalist. So again, no attack, we're just learning, but this is a great lesson in so many different, or on so many different levels.
The judge in her decision had written that she doesn't understand unconventional ways of life, which most artists do have. I put this place together. We made this street what it is. We made everything what it is. Nobody wanted it. And I feel very resentful at the fact that this is the way I'm leaving. If it was my own accord, that would be different, but it's not. I've decided not to look for a place in Manhattan because I'm not going to be able to afford it. And if I can't live here on my street that I've been in, I don't really want to live in the city. This is what it looks like when an artist is evicted from their house, and all the boxes and empty shelves because everything's in here, and all my tools are in the boxes. And yeah, it's a very sad situation with the artists in the city. Yeah, it's a hard thing. It's very difficult. I'm a single woman. There's a lot to pack up after 47 years. It's disassembling your whole life that you've spent in your home. My loft looked much more beautiful when I was working, when I had all my jewelry out. I'll miss my life, my whole life that I've created in New York City. I have no idea what's going to happen to this loft. I think she's going to renovate it and rent it for an astronomical amount of money, because she did succeed in getting me out, and I imagine that's what she's going to do. If you can't do anything about it, you got to accept it. After I kept taking things off the wall, it just became 4 walls and no personality. And it's just a box that you live in.
Yeah.
With no character, so I think that helped me release everything in my feelings about being here, because there was nothing really here anymore. I'm gonna pull out tomorrow. It's the 30th, and that's the time I have to be out of here. I had till the end of the month. Well, I'm going to go to Virginia now, and I'm going to set up a beautiful life there, and I don't have to worry about any cameras and people who own the buildings and telling me what to do and when I can come and go and how long I have to be there. And I'm going to grow food, and I'm going to do a lot of health-oriented stuff for myself, for my animals. I'm going to get back into my painting and art and making jewelry. I'm going to set up my workshop, and I'm going to be able to walk my fields and look at the sunsets and be around good people who really care about you and have a nice community. And I'm going to be sad to leave my friends, but my friends will come down and visit me because I know it's a special place.
So what are your takeaways? I'll tell you what mine are. First of all, very well put together. It's refreshing seeing that there's still folks that put time, effort into their craft. Beautifully done storytelling and video. So shout out to the creator. The link will be in the description if you want to go back and watch the video. As far as practical lessons, change. It's ever moving. It's ever happening around us. And in these times that we're in, you can become very busy with life, the busyness of life, and get caught up. And a lot of time, 47 years can pass by, and you can look up and you have a big change before you. one thing I will say to her on that point is, I guess that's the artist spirit. She didn't buck and fight after the decision from the judge has been made, and she moved forward and was looking forward to new life, a new situation on her land. I believe she said there in Virginia, in the community. And I could tell those folks will be blessed as a result of having her. And so last and most definitely not least is this. You have to not bury your head in the sand. There's a lot of challenges today. There's a lot of vitriol. There's a lot of negativity out here. But you can choose to have a good outlook, a good point of view on things, and look for the opportunity in a system that is not good. And so I'm not saying be naive and act like there aren't problems, but I'm saying control what you can control. So if you're someone that this story may have touched, regardless of age, and you want to explore getting onto the property ladder or securing the place where you live so that you can have more control, more options when change comes, would love to have the opportunity to speak with you. All the stuff, the contact information is below. And if you're not ready, continue to watch these videos, because we are trying to bring an entertainment aspect to the video so you'll watch, but put some medicine in the video so you can learn, we can learn, we all can learn. Thank you for everybody that has been commenting. We want to encourage you to continue to comment, but be respectful, and we'll let you express yourself. And if you know of someone that this video might resonate with, share it with them so that they can get from it what they will get from it. I got an awesome comment, and I want to thank you, if you're watching, for taking the time to let me know that the videos are resonating, because that matters. A lot of times we do these things and don't know if the intended effect is going out through the airwaves, and everything that you said was spot on, and it encouraged me today. So thank you. You know who you are, and God bless you. Continue to be blessed. So my time is up. I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And watch this next video, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Indeed. Y'all stay blessed.